The buy now, pay later trap. What? Buy now, pay later with food? I've never f***ing heard that.
Why is pay in 4 so addictive?
They literally want.
Oh no. Oh my god, dude. Canada is like actually the land of like that.
Financed a bottle of body wash.
Demi, I did the buy now, pay later for your merch drop. Oh my god, Sleepy!
You know what? I'm gonna afterpay this. It's gonna make me feel less guilty to pay it in 4 installments.
Dude, I have never, oh my god. If I can't afford it, then I don't buy it, personally. Like, if I can't, like, even when I was a broke-ass university student, I was like, oh shit, I can't afford it. Let me save for like 2 weeks. Let me just save 2 weeks, dude. Like, dude, what's happening? Why are we like
dollars or whatever?
That's like having a.
I would like start like, oh my god, this was me back in uni when I need to save money. I would like look at all the shops available for food. I would look at like how much portion for the buck, and I would like compare the pricing for how good it is and for how nutritious it was. And I would be like just staring at the stall for like the pricing, writing it down and everything, and be like, okay, so this sandwich is
The
perfect
pay
for
for
me,
option is
perfect for the
dangerous.
taste.
I got
and,
into 10k of debt from this crap before.
Jesus, toe taste tester took 2 months. And then I would like, okay, so this is what I would eat for morning, and this is what I would eat for lunch, and then this is what I eat for dinner. And I was like, perfect. I did that, saved up money, and then I bought Filthy Frank merch.
Black American Express to me. I can use it anywhere, anytime I get ready.
I'm using Klarna to pay for these Chris Brown tickets.
Look at this chart right here. This shows the total non-housing consumer debt in America over the last 10 years. And in 2024, Americans collectively owe more than $5 trillion, which is enough to pay for every NFL, NBA, and MLB team 10 times over. And to make matters worse, we are constantly surrounded by psychological tricks and hidden fees to drive us further and further into debt. The worst of these tricks, the buy now, pay later programs that have been designed.
So pretty much a new credit card. Like they added a new credit card. Dude, they put debt over debt. Wow. Dude. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like people judge people way too fast. Like, oh my god, why did you start having a gambling addiction? Just don't gamble, lol. But like, you don't understand how evil they are when it comes to like these marketing. Like this, like the reason why this works and the reason why, like, if it didn't work, it wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't be an issue. But the reason why it works and it is an issue because it really works, and it works with the psychological mind of people, and it sucks. It really sucks because, like, dude, not many people want to think about it.
To take advantage of young adults.
So when you buy $100
You think you're always in control, and you don't understand when you're losing it, because when is a moment when you lose it?
Shoes, and you only have to pay $25 that day, and then the pair of shoes show up at my apartment 3 days later. The shoes are $25. Why do I care if in 2 months I have to pay another $25? I don't know me 2 months from now. She can deal with that.
Buy now, pay later.
This is literally me every time that I need to do something and fix something, and I'm like, future Demi will deal with it. Future me, good luck. I don't do this with money, but I do this with like anything tech related. I'm like, future Demi will just fix this, dude. Future Demi will make it work. I know she can do it. And then future me ripping my fucking hair out.
Is a short-term financing option that is offered by companies like Affirm, Klarna, or Afterpay. You'll typically see these options pop up on e-commerce stores, offering you the ability to buy what you want today.
Damn, dude, I didn't even think that was a thing. Tell me about, I think it's 7 months. I thought you could only do this with a credit card.
While deferring your payment.
Like that's the whole point of a credit card. Like you can do installments when you're buying something, right? You buy an iPhone and you could do an installment so that you can only pay for like $50 a month or something.
For a certain number of installments. So if you're looking to buy a new suitcase for a trip you have coming up and it's going to cost you $300, instead of paying that all today, you could buy the suitcase today.
I could never do installments personally. I have not once done an installment for a purchase yet in my life because I don't trust myself. If I start now, Dude, does that make sense? I don't trust myself to actually genuinely keep track of all the things I put in installment. And if I do that, and if I keep doing that and thinking that I'm like, oh my God, look at my bank account, it's so filled and massive, and then realize that like in the next month when all the installments are done, I realize I paid too much, and like I don't like having I feel like it's one of those things when you start, you will lose track 100%. Unless you have like this like whole system or whatever, it's hard because like, dude, you have to keep track. If you don't keep track, this is like a hellhole.
And then split the $300 across 4 equal interest-free payments. And you might think, great, interest-free. I can just sign up for these payments and then worry about paying it sometime later down the road. But it's not quite that simple. These buy now, pay later
I have an Excel sheet for all my finances. Yeah, I would do that too if I were to do the installment stuff.
Programs aren't necessarily groundbreaking financial technology. In fact, buy now, pay later programs are kind of a newer, modernized version of the old school layaway programs that you would see at stores like Kmart and Sears. These layaway programs allowed you to place a deposit on an item like a dishwasher, for example. And then the store would reserve that dishwasher for you to collect once you had paid off the dishwasher.
It's, you know what sucks? I feel like in every business model, it genuinely prides on the poor to be poorer and to pry them from having genuine financial stability because they just pry on that like position. Snow's like in 5 months
through their installment plan. But these layaway programs kind of fell off throughout much of the mid 20th century, mainly due to the introduction of credit cards and revolving lines of credit. Instead of using a layaway program and waiting to collect their item, people could just swipe a credit card, get their item today, and then worry about paying off that over the next couple months or years. The only problem is that a credit card will incur interest. People realize that if they didn't pay their credit card down on time, they would end up owing more than they initially spent on the item. So along came the modern marvel that is buy now, pay later, which gave you the best of both worlds. Get your product today, pay it off over a longer period of time, all while doing it interest-free. And that idea began hooking people in because buy now, pay later has seen some explosive growth over the last 5 years, going from $2 billion in transaction volume in 2019 to $24.2 billion in 2021.
Whoa.
And it's projected to reach as high as
numbers I can't even
$122
fucking conceive. Holy shit.
billion in 2025. But this explosion wasn't just happening in a vacuum. It's actually part of 3 major cultural shifts that we've been seeing. First is the financialization of everything, meaning we've moved from a completely cash-based society to a society in which we look at even a $5 coffee as an opportunity to finance the transaction. Second, we have the rise of social media-driven consumption. As influencers showcase luxury lifestyle and products, buy now, pay later allows the average consumer the ability to experience those same things without actually incurring the cost today. And third,
but you're still gonna pay it anyway. I don't know, man. I remember when I asked my mom, why do people do installments instead of just like waiting for like, you know, waiting until you have enough money to like even buy it like once. And then my mom like had to remind me like, you do know people don't have the money for it and they need it. Have you ever like, what happens if they need it? And I'm like, but they could like do the cheaper option. Why do they need the best option though? Like that was like my argument back. I remember when like I saw somebody buy like an iPhone and I'm like, okay, but you didn't need an iPhone. Okay? You literally didn't need an iPhone. You could have bought like a cheaper any other fucking phone. But you bought the iPhone. And I'm like, dude, I don't get it. And I'm like, I don't get that. And then she was like, oh, it's because people are idiots. It's because, like, dude, if you see a price point, like, oh my God, dude, I only have to pay $50 a month and I get the iPhone easy. Yeah, but then, like, bro, but now you're, like, spending on so many other things. I know for a fact if you do an installment, you're also going to do an installment and it's something else.
We have the post-pandemic spending boom, which has consumers using buy now, pay later as a form of revenge spending.
You personally don't have to pay for it. This is a stupid thing people really believe.
What?
Or buying things they feel like they missed out on during the pandemic. Combine all of that.
The social pressure to have the latest and greatest is insane. Oh, damn. I don't have that feeling because I'm the youngest in the family of 4 and I'm so used to getting hand-me-downs. So I genuinely like always dreamed to getting like the first phone, but I never had that. And I kind of like in a way just let that feeling go of wanting to get the newest one because I didn't really like care anymore after a while.
With a declining financial literacy among most young adults, and you have the perfect storm to make buy now, pay later explode as a new mentality. But why is this even a problem? If they're not charging interest, how can they actually be taking advantage of me as a consumer? To answer that question, we first need to look at the differences between buy now, pay later programs and traditional credit cards. Because on the outside, they're basically the same thing. Both financial devices allow you to buy something today that you might not necessarily be able to afford, or be willing to put cash down today for. But a credit card usually involves some sort of approval process, application, review, and a credit report hit. Meanwhile, buy now, pay later programs offer an almost instantaneous approval for your purchase in the moment. Additionally, as we discussed, credit cards can accrue interest if not paid off by the end of the month. And that rate—
Did I pay my credit card? I don't remember.
It can be at crazy high rates, usually around 19 to 23%. On top of that, if you're late with your payment or you miss a payment, credit card companies can also add on late payment fees that just end up waterfalling you into insane amounts of credit card debt off of fairly simple purchases to begin with. And on the other hand, buy now, pay later offers 0% interest, which sounds great, but that all depends on if you actually pay your payments on time. If you don't, you'll be subject to late payment fees that can range anywhere from $2 to $15 per payment, and going all—
Okay, but what happens if you change your identity and then I didn't think of this.
all the way up to 25% of the total value of the purchase you made initially. And with all that said, buy now, pay later still might sound like a perfectly good alternative to credit cards, which is exactly what they want you to think. Because buy now, pay later programs weren't necessarily designed to help the consumer like you or me. They were designed for stores and brands that want to sell more through their website or in their stores. After all, that's why brands are willing to pay 2 to 3% more for their transaction fees to use a buy now, pay later program versus a traditional credit card processor. Whoa. To give you an example, let's look at a $100 purchase. If you bought a $100 item using a normal credit card on their site, the brand was typically going to incur about a $2.50 charge to process that payment. And on the
banks do that? Oh my god, bro. I need to pay more attention, man. I'm the idiot. Fuck.
On the other hand, if you were to use a buy now, pay later—
I've been wanting to use my debit card, but I feel like, dude, I've been wanting to, like, I don't know, work on my credit history and credit, like, thingy, because, like, guys, I got denied for a loan because they don't trust me. So I got a credit card and stuff to, like, help out and stuff to showcase that, like, hey, man, I do pay my debts and I do pay my thingy, so I only use a credit card to pay off anything. But, like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I honestly hate it. I think that if you truly want to check people's, like, ability to pay shit, how about you just look at their fucking history? It's so dumb.
Program, that transaction fee that the—
I think you should just use a fucking debit card and then they can look at the history of your payments and whether or not you're a crazy fucking spender or not. Dude, it sucks ass. I don't want to use a fucking credit card. I don't want to owe people money. I just want to use my money.
Pay goes from $2.50 to about $5. But the merchant fees are just the beginning when it comes to buy now, pay
That's
later.
why most gas stations have a minimum so you can spend using a card. Oh man. You should never use a debit card. Credit is capital. Yeah, this idea, I think it's like, dude, I hate the fact that that's like a thing. I don't like that. I don't think that it's supposed for you to, like, force yourself to use a credit card. Like, dude, I don't want to owe people money. I hate the idea. I hate the idea. I think the idea of, like, oh, because you have credit card, let's see how good you are in owing us the money so we can have you a loan. Dude, how about you just look at my fucking history and see how much money I have, man? Bro, I don't want to... Oh, man, I don't know. I got literally... Dude, I wanted to buy land recently and I got denied of a loan. And did you know what the bank... I thought that you only need 20%. 20 to 30%. And I was like, oh yeah, I could do the 20. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my god, they asked for 50%. But what do you mean 50%? What the do you mean a loan where I have to down pay 50%? That's ridiculous!
at how these companies actually make money beyond just charging the brand that hosts them on their website. First, like we just discussed, they're gonna collect that merchant fee, which is anywhere from 4 to 6% of the transaction price. Second, they profit from late fees, like we talked about earlier, which has turned out to be a pretty substantial revenue source for companies like Affirm and Klarna, because 1 in every 3 users of these buy now, pay later programs actually ends up missing a payment at least once. And third, every purchase that is made reveals something about you or your shopping habits, and these companies have realized that that is very valuable information for other brands. So they actually harvest a lot of the data from your checkout pages and then sell it to other brands that can then use it in their marketing or in their ads. And finally, they benefit from the sheer volume of loans being opened up by packaging yours and
What the fuck, man? How are people getting loans? I can't even get one! Dude!
everybody else's debt together and selling it to larger financial institutions. They can make money even.
Guys! I did a subathon! I have money in the bank! They don't like me! I'm too inconsistent. I'm too inconsistent, dude. I am too inconsistent in like how much I actually earn. It's like they see me, and even if I'm earning enough, they're like, I don't trust
Deme,
you.
but what can you
Dude!
expect them to give to a 25-year-old in school? Rage bait.
Oh my god, dude.
My latest credit card offer was 33% interest. I laughed out loud when I saw it.
33% interest! Holy sh!
when you pay on time. In other words,
That is
they've created a
crazy.
system where they win no matter what happens to you financially. So now let's look at buying an iPhone for $1,000. When you reach the checkout page, you have 3 options. Number 1, pay the full $1,000 up front. This is the simplest, cleanest, and easiest way to get out of the checkout scotch-free. Option 2, you could use a credit card with the typical 22% APR to purchase the phone. And if you
What's an I'm so What's an APR? Can somebody explain that to me? What is that?
you only made the minimum payments, you would end up paying about $1,480 over the course of 5 years, with 480 of that being the interest alone. And option number 3 is you could use Afterpay's 4-payment installment plan, where you pay $250 today and then $250 every 2 weeks until the plan is paid off. Which sounds like the best deal to you? You see, brands have mastered psychological manipulation
Filian
throughout their
VTuber
website, but
once.
specifically on the last hurdle, which is the checkout page. And they do this through 4 key tricks. First, they exploit
Wow, dude. You know, I never thought of ever buying anything with the whole like buy now, pay later thingy. I've always seen it in Amazon, especially in the UK. I've always seen that option in the Amazon thingy. Never clicked it. Never clicked it. Now I'm fully convinced that I will never do it ever again, other than
what psychologists call the pain.
Oh yeah, by the way, the reason why of the 50% land for to buy land instead of if it's a house, the way it works in the Philippines, please correct me if I'm wrong, genuinely. The way it works in the Philippines, if you want to buy a house, it's 20% down, but if it's land, it's 50% down. And I'm trying to like in my head understand why the fuck would you do that, because like why would you do that? Is it so that you could like see whether you have money or not? Like I don't understand. Like 50% down for land is insane. Am I crazy?
By splitting the cost over a longer period of time, your brain actually registers less financial pain than
it's to
paying
prove
the full
that you
amount up
really
front.
want it?
Second, they trigger what is called the temporal discounting, which is our tendency to value immediate rewards more than future benefits, or otherwise known as instant gratification. Pay just $25 today and it's yours.
Instant gratification only works is if I don't have to think about it afterwards. Like the moment I buy it, it's purely mine and I don't have to ever think about it. Like, dude, I don't know, pay 25 today and it's yours, but you have to pay 25 every single month until like for fucking 6 times. 6 months. It's like in 6 months. Like, dude, I don't want to fucking think about that. Dude, bro, you know what's instant gratification? Opening a case.
Sounds a lot better than waiting and saving up for it. Third, they will create artificial urgency by simulating limited time offers in the checkout page. And finally, they use colors and shapes to direct your eye exactly.
Dude, you know what? I forgot to say this, but remember when I was talking about the Minecraft thingy? When there was a Minecraft drop of like clothing? I got so stressed that everything was being sold out as I was buying stuff. So I actually bought 2 of the same fucking pants on my fucking checkout. And now I don't know what to do with that extra fucking pants. Who the fuck am I gonna give Enderman pants to? Like, dude. Who the
exactly where they want you to be looking. Have you ever noticed that the buy now, pay later button is often highlighted in a brighter color, and it's sometimes even pre-selected when you reach the checkout page? These aren't accidents. These are specific
What
design
size?
decisions
I think it was a
to
medium,
short-circuit your brain to making a financial decision more on an impulse than with rational
Oh wait, no.
thinking.
It wasn't even the Enderman one. The one that was cool. It was the flower one. It was the flower version.
Instead of thinking about a $100 purchase rationally and over a longer period of time, they'd rather have you just click the pay $25 now
You'll
and
take
worry
that,
about
really?
it later on. And again, this isn't necessarily a
They're
bad
all sold out now, though. So, you know.
deal, because people are always looking for interest-free ways of purchasing things so that their money can go and earn them more money while they're paying off the other thing that they purchased. But to do so requires some financial education or experience. And sadly, most Americans are completely undereducated when it comes to financial literacy. So the instant gratification syndrome kicks in and they buy practically everything with buy now, pay later. With no
I feel like this system wouldn't work with an Asian European mind as much. Am I wrong? Like, I just feel like this works 100% harder on Americans.
real concern that they will
Because Americans have like no. I'm not talking about the average person in the chat right now. I'm talking about the typical American that you see scrolling through TikTok and their instant gratification of like people having the best, like in the previous video that we watched, the best fashion or the best look at this new iPhone, even if you can't afford it. And then the best, like, etc., etc. You bought this? Oh my God. The one pants that I know that I just wanted to wear just because I thought it was cute. And then I bought 2 of them by accident because I got so fucking like stressed out. I got so fucking stressed out. Dude, I wanted it. Okay, dude, the reason why, okay, you know what made me like buy it? I zoomed in. Oh my God, dude. There's flowers even in the ends of the strings. I thought it was cute. Okay, that's what sold it to me. Okay, of all the things that sold it to me, I think the 2 little flowers in the end of the thingy, you know what? I think they went kind of hot. I think it's a W purchase. Guys, oh man, dude. Oh, dude. I wish somebody lived close to me so I could be like, hey man, do you want this?
will in fact have to pay that off at some point.
Yeah,
All
they
they're
are
worried about is the
unisex, so
price
anybody
that they
can
will
buy.
pay
What's
today.
worth those pay laters are reported to your credit card company. They don't see this as a loan.
Which is exactly how you end up with this.
I've done groceries. I've done all kinds of crap on Affirm and Klarna.
See, this is what I'm talking about. See, I'm telling you, American. Like, dude, I'm telling you, guys, when it comes to anything marketing, did you know that you have the most opportunities as a content creator if you're from NA? Because sponsors love NA. They love if you have a high American like watch player thingy, they think it's more worth it.
Deme, we
because
all
they're
know
more
that you
likely
wear
to
those
consume the thing
trousers
that
as a
you're,
set
like,
of
sponsoring.
waders.
Like, this is a fun fact. I don't know if anybody has ever talked about it, but like, it's a huge thing, humongous thing. Like, I remember when I remember comparing. Oh man, I asked my friend like, hey man, how much are you earning from the sponsor, to see like how much I'm earning compared to them, because like we're like the same viewership. They earned double than me. Even if the sponsor, like, they offered him double, and I was like, wait, why? What did I do? We have the same viewership. And then they were like, oh yeah, it's because I have more Americans in my chat. And I was like, what? That's f***ing mental.
But it adds up, and then you are in a chokehold. And in some ways, it is worse than having credit card payments.
Oh my God, Krieger, why the f*** would you, like, dude, please, dude. Oh my God. I need to get a US visa so f***ing bad. Why did you remind me of this? I will never f***ing forget that. I will never forget that. I had a humongous opportunity to earn a humongous bag. if I would just visit America and do a sponsor there. I'm Filipino. I don't have a visa. I can't do it. I can't do it. And then I had to say like, hey, can it be online? I'm so down. If there's no online spots anymore, you have to be in the venue in real life.
It's crazy.
Because buy now, pay later is so easy to do, people are starting to use it on more and more occasions where it's really not meant to be used. Instead of just using it on a big purchase like a
Oh my god, dude. I will never forget that feeling. I will never forget that feeling. And now, dude, look at me. I am now almost so close.
Come to China. Well, Western capitalist society give you bad credit. In China, your social credit is very good. Quality housing for cheap.
Dude, I'm just saying, dude, ever since that moment, something clicked in my head, and now you see me going to Europe just to work on my Schengen visa. And if you don't know what a Schengen visa is, it's so that you could like visit Europe anywhere that you'd like, and then it's like the Schengen area of like all the countries that you're allowed in EU and stuff like that. Anyway, the point is, I do not ever want to miss an opportunity like that ever again in my life, because that haunted me so fucking hard. And I now, to get a 2-year Schengen visa, you have to visit the Schengen area 3 different separate times. Guys, I'm gonna be visiting Poland next. So hopefully that goes really well. Hopefully the visiting of the Poland will be really nice and really fun. And after that one, I could finally apply for the 2-year Schengen visa thingy. I have not worked on my US visa yet because it's been such a headache.
New fridge or a TV, they're starting to use it on smaller things and truly financing items that have no business being financed. A crazy story that we recently saw is that Klarna is now on DoorDash.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Dude, oh man. I could see why this would work so well too. This is like actually like kind of evil. I'm not gonna lie. This is like genuinely evil. Preying on the people that just want good food. Like, oh my god, man, I really want to try this, whatever. And then like just like try to forget about it. This is like genuinely evil. I'm not gonna lie. Like having this on food is a whole different kind of evil. Renting your food is crazy.
Which allows you to finance your $15.
Yeah, being hungry and having that option is yeah, dude, I don't know, man. This is like a new kind of evil. No, am I wrong for that? That's like actually genuinely evil.
Burrito over 4 payments of $3.75 instead of paying the full $15 up front. Again, not a necessarily terrible thing when looked at in a vacuum, but when you expand this to—
See, this is why Valve is my goats, dude. They would never do this. They would never do this.
Consider that someone who's financing a burrito is also probably financing a lot of other things. That's when the real problem starts to arise. Bad spending habits like this lead to what we call loan stacking. Pretty much what it sounds like. Taking out loan after loan after loan.
It's also especially kind of dumb if you take it. I don't think so, dude. You have to remember some people are like genuinely desperate to have like a good experience that they never could have afforded. And then now you finally have this option where you kind of think that you could afford it. Some people will not like, they will like genuinely like, you know, kind of like jump the boat, try it out, and they'll like feel that instant gratification of finally eating the food that you've never were able to afford for, and you're like, wow, this is really fun. So yeah, is it preying on the poor? Yes.
Them on top of each other. And because buy now, pay later programs make it so easy to do so, most consumers don't even realize how much debt they're actually accruing. In fact, in 2022, 63% of buy now, pay later borrowers had more than one loan going at one time. And this is where it gets really scary. Because these programs are designed to offer credit with little to no approval process, it's almost like they're targeting people that don't know how to manage their money. All they see is, oh, I can buy this $1,000 thing for $250 today, and they just click buy. When in reality, over 69% of buy now, pay later users are already in debt.
And here I am having the money, and then it took me 2 hours to remember that I did, and I had to spend 2 hours in the glasses store.
I used to be very poor, like barely eating every week.
Dude.
Poor. I can understand to have something nice. And these programs they are talking about are the only ones who will give them money.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, oh my God. Please tell me I'm not crazy for this. But like, I had 2 glasses that I really wanted. I had 2 glasses that I really, really f***ing wanted, and I couldn't choose between the 2. And then I was trying on both of them. I couldn't think for both of them and stuff like that. 2 of them, it was so bad to the point where the store was closing and the girl was like, hey, this will be the last time. You have to choose in 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, can I just have both? I something hit me in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. I can afford both. I can afford both. Let me just get both. And then she was like finishing up. Oh, she was like, oh my God, you want to get both? Well, this one is for free.
On another credit card. And 28% of buy now, pay later borrowers are between the ages of 18 and 24 years old. Most of these people don't even understand the concept of how a credit card works. And
you
by
have
giving
no
them
idea
this
how
buy
I
now,
felt.
pay later option, it's almost like they have this unlimited stream of money that never needs to actually be paid off. Again, don't get me wrong. There are definitely some advantages to the system if you know how to play it. But the vast majority of people using this system
this is like the only reason why you need to take like pay now, pay later shits is because you need it. You need it. You need something. You need a washing machine that is so fucking expensive because washing machines are fucking expensive. You need a refrigerator. You do those like genuine big item stuff, not small things that you could just like save up for. You only do loans or whatever the or owing money when you need it, when it's not something that you just want, but you need. Like if you genuinely need a fucking like thingy to wash your clothes or a refrigerator. So that's something that you can't like, there's nothing that you can do. You need that kind of things. That's something that you need it. So that's the reason why you would take that loan. But for food and stuff like that, where you can like just, I don't know, cook yourself. Come on, man. Come on. At some point, you just have to kind of, in a way, blame yourself as well.
Not taking advantage of it, they are just getting taken advantage of. So what do you do?
It just sucks because like it's really prying on the mentality of like, I really want to experience this. You can't blame some people for like wanting to do this. I understand the mentality. That's why I understand why people go into debt. It's because like, dude, the mentality of like, I see so many other people having fun with this item and I can't afford it. I could afford it with this one. And I know that feeling of gratification of like finally being able to see what like other people are like experiencing and like whatever. It's like the labubu shit. Like you don't need it. And it's so stupid. But like, bro, everybody's having fun with it and you just want to like join in. It's a hard feeling to like fight for other people.
As a consumer, should I completely stay away from buy now,
when you
pay
can
later?
rent groceries now. We
Yeah,
have some
fuck.
places offering Affirm as a payment for foodstuffs, not just DoorDash.
I'm surprised that like there's no laws against this. I feel like this is I don't know, ruining people's lives.
Or are there some circumstances?
It's like, okay, imagine a fish is drowning and you have a bait, you know, like a little bait, like, oh, you know, you can live your life a little bit better if you just like, you know, just pick this bait. And it's like just baiting yourself to dying.
Where it makes sense. And to answer that question, the most
The
important
fish is drowning.
piece of advice I can give you is to never spend more than you currently have, whether that be through a credit card or a buy now, pay later option. If you don't have the cash in your bank, don't spend it. And that is by far the easiest way that you can keep yourself out of credit card debt. And if you feel confident in your financial abilities, feel free to use a credit card or a buy now, pay later option to earn more interest on your cash while it's sitting in your account versus just spending it immediately. But if you don't feel confident about this, treat your credit cards and a buy now, pay later program as if it's hooked directly up to your checking account. If you spend $100, that's $100 coming directly out of your account. Another tip I have is to avoid stacking these loans because that is where things can get...
I feel like people just need an Excel sheet, dude. I feel like people just need like some place where they're like, okay, I just put this on here and whatever, and you can see an Excel sheet of like how much you need to pay for next month or whatever.
Very messy, very...
I think people are just lazy.
Quick.
Economist
If you start financing weekly
Buy
expenses...
now, pay later is actually great for people who have the cash in your account. Time value of money is important. It's better to spend over time if you have the cash on hand.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's for things that you like, you need, you have the money for it, but you just can't spend it like in one go if you're like, okay, Like, let's say something is $1,000. You don't want to like spend $1,000 on just one thing because you need to other pay like other things like that. Like, that's the reason why that. Oh my god, it's as if like you need to finance your money.
It's like gas, groceries.
Gamble
or that
your way out of
finance
debt.
label,
That's
it
always
becomes
an
a
option.
slippery
That's always an
slope,
option.
because it is
True, true.
100 times easier to get into debt than it is to get out of debt. But there you have it, the truth about buy now, pay later. These companies spend millions of dollars on psychological research to get you to spend more than you can actually afford. But now you know a little bit more about how to protect yourself. And if you like this video, make sure to check out this video that covers the business of Formula One and how billionaires use debt to fund their crazy hobby of racing.
Oh my god, yeah. Isn't it the craziest thing? Rich people just really know how to control debt. It's crazy how people are just like able to just like loan and loan and loan and loan. Jesus. Crazy, crazy things.